My child, there are moments when you may feel like walking away. Not because you do not care. Not because you have stopped hoping. But because your heart has become tired. Perhaps you have carried responsibilities for so long that you no longer know what it feels like to rest. Perhaps you have prayed for guidance, waited for answers, and wondered if your voice was truly heard. Perhaps you have made mistakes that still trouble your heart, and you quietly ask yourself, can I really come back? Am I still loved? Before you decide to step away, I want you to remember something important. Your struggles do not erase your value. Your failures do not remove your place in my heart. Your questions do not make you unwanted. There are times when people believe they must become perfect before they can come near to God. But my love has never been built on human perfection. It has always been a love that reaches toward the broken, the tired, the searching, and the forgotten. A story from my earthly ministry reveals this truth. One day, religious leaders gathered around me and questioned why I spent time with people they considered unworthy. They saw sinners, outsiders, and those who had lost their way. They focused on their mistakes. But I saw something deeper. I saw people who were searching for mercy. So I told them a story about a shepherd who had 100 sheep. When one sheep wandered away, the shepherd did not simply count the 99 and say, I still have enough. He went looking. Through the hills and valleys, across the rocky paths, the shepherd searched for the one that was missing. And when he found it, he carried it home with joy. Many people remember the lost sheep, but they sometimes miss the deeper meaning. The shepherd did not search because the sheep had earned his love. The shepherd searched because the sheep belonged to him. My beloved child, this is the heart of God's love. It is not a love that waits for you to become strong before reaching you. It is a love that moves toward you when you are weak. But there is another story that shows this even more deeply. I spoke of a son who left his father's house and wasted what he had been given. Far away from home, he experienced loss, hunger, and regret. He may have wondered if returning was even possible. Perhaps he thought, my father will reject me. I have gone too far. But when he returned, his father saw him from a distance and ran toward him. The father did not begin with a speech of anger. He began with compassion. This story was not only about a son who returned. It was about a father whose heart had remained open. There is an important detail that many modern readers may overlook. In the ancient Jewish world, family honor was deeply important. A son who abandoned his family and returned in disgrace would not have expected an immediate celebration. Public shame and broken relationships carried serious consequences. Yet Jesus described the father running toward the son. This image would have been powerful to those listening because it showed a love that crossed cultural expectations. The father was not ignoring the son's choices. The son still needed humility and repentance. But the father's love created a path for restoration. There is another detail worth understanding. Shepherds in ancient Israel were often ordinary workers who lived close to the land. They knew every part of the landscape, the dry hills, narrow paths, and dangers that surrounded their flocks. A shepherd's responsibility was not simply counting animals. It was protecting life. When Jesus used the image of the shepherd searching for one lost sheep, he was describing a love that pays attention. A love that does not see people as numbers. My child, this speaks into your life today. The first lesson is this: feeling distant does not mean you are abandoned. The lost sheep wandered, but the shepherd still searched. In your own life, there may be seasons when confusion, disappointment, or pain make you feel far away from hope. But distance is not the same as being forgotten. The second lesson is this: returning begins with one honest step. The younger son did not fix everything before going home. He simply decided to turn around and begin the journey. Sometimes healing begins with a small step. A sincere prayer. A conversation with someone trustworthy. A decision to forgive. A willingness to ask for help. You do not have to solve your entire life in one night. The third lesson is this: your identity is greater than your worst moment. The son remembered his mistakes, but the father remembered his relationship with him. Many people today define themselves by one failure, one regret, one painful chapter. They carry labels given by others or created by their own fear. But your mistakes are part of your story. They are not the entire story. My dear child, I know that many people today carry silent burdens. Some are facing financial pressure and wondering how they will provide for their families. Some are holding a relationship that has become painfully quiet. Some are waiting for medical results, facing grief, or trying to find strength after a difficult season. Some appear strong in front of others while carrying a burden they have never spoken aloud. Your circumstances may not change immediately. Your questions may not receive instant answers. But you do not have to walk through uncertainty alone. Do not let fear decide who you are. Do not let shame convince you that you must hide forever. Take one faithful step today. Maybe that step is opening your heart in prayer. Maybe it is reaching out to someone you trust. Maybe it is seeking professional help for a struggle that has become too heavy to carry alone. Asking for help is not weakness. Caring for your mind, body, and spirit is part of honoring the life you have been given. My beloved one, you do not need to have every answer before you come near. You do not need perfect words. You do not need to pretend that everything is fine. Bring your questions. Bring your fears. Bring your tired heart. A small step toward hope is still a step. A quiet prayer is still heard. A heart searching for peace is still precious. May you find rest when your mind feels overwhelmed. May your heart become calmer when fear tries to control your thoughts. May you receive wisdom for the decisions ahead and courage for the challenges you cannot avoid. May your family experience moments of kindness and understanding. May those who are grieving find comfort. May those who are struggling find the support they need. And may you remember this truth, even when you feel far away, love is still reaching toward you. If these words speak to your heart, you may leave this sentence in the comments as a personal reflection. Today, I choose to come closer to God's love. You are not forgotten. You are still seen. And there is always a path back to hope. This video is a faith-based educational and artistic reflection inspired by biblical stories. It is not a new revelation, medical advice, or a guarantee of specific outcomes. If you feel comfortable, share what this message means to you or a lesson you are carrying from today's reflection. May this space become a place of encouragement and kindness for everyone who watches. God's love does not wait for perfection, it reaches for the heart that is willing to return. Your past may explain where you have been, but it does not have the final word about where you can go. Hope often begins with one quiet step toward love, even when the road ahead is still unclear.